Yes sir, we're back, and I know I've been gone for a while, but it's finally time I hop on that Transformers Prime and hook you guys up with the Season 1 finale between Optimus Prime versus Megatron. Personally, one of my favorite fights in the entire series, and before we jump into this video, if you guys can help me out real quick by smashing that subscribe button, that'll definitely put a smile on my face. So the scene kicks off with Nick A-15 chilling inside of Bumblebee, getting ready to return back to base after Ratchet tells them that it's way too dangerous to be racing on the road. But what they didn't know was that Megatron had completely different plans for them today, because he pulls up on his ship and immediately catches Raph and Bumblebee lacking by shooting lasers at them. And my guy Bumblebee tries maneuvering around Megatron's lasers, but it only takes a few blasts until Bumblebee gets electrocuted and wiped off of the road by Megatron. But not only that, we see Raph in the very back slumped over, and it looks like he might be cooked for good. Like bro, Megatron is actually diabolical. He really packed up Raph before he even made it to elementary school. Why is he beefing with a 6-year-old? He needs a job. So Megatron leaves the area casually, like he didn't just catch 2 bodies, but then he pulls up on the Autobots to let them know that he's standing on business, one-man army. Like we all know, Starscream can't fight to save his life. He has the exact same build as Kevin Durant. So for all we know, Megatron is queued up for solo squads. He has to take matters into his own hands by himself. And then all of a sudden, Bumblebee arrives to the scene with Raph in his hands, and you could just tell by Prime's face that something just snapped inside of him. Like we all know, Prime was not gonna let this one slide, cause first Cliffhanger and now Raph? Like Optimus does not mess around when it comes to the humans. I mean, someone had to stop Megatron's madness eventually. He was winning for way too long. Like even Bumblebee was about to crash out, but Rod Wave held him back before things got out of control. And then on top of all of this, Megatron has the audacity to hit this nefarious smirk. Like I don't know who's the bigger menace, Megatron or Thanos, because who in their right mind gets joy out of hurting little kids? You're weird, buddy. You're weird. And Megatron's aura alone was enough for Optimus to call in a space bridge for the Autobots to return back to safety. And then Megatron also decides to get back into a ship, but Megatron unknowingly made one huge mistake, which is to allow Ratchet and Optimus to climb onto a ship without anyone noticing. Now what Megatron should have done was fly away, but now he's given the Autobots access to a ship, which is the worst case scenario. You stupid. So now we cut back to base and we see Raph hooked up to life support, and everyone is just losing their minds, questioning if Raph is gonna make it out alive. But I know my guy Raph is in the gulag trying his hardest to win that 1v1, cause we all know if he loses that fight, he's not coming back. But hey, I'm not even worried, cause Nick A-15 is an elite gamer. He's definitely clutching up right now. But on the bright side, we see Optimus and Bulkhead putting in that work, taking out every enemy they see in their sight. And I don't know what's up with Megatron's ship, but it literally has the worst security. Cause bro, literally every time there's an intruder on Megatron's ship, they always sneak in with a free pass. Like I swear I could get onto Megatron's ship if I really wanted to. They need some new security guards. So Optimus commands Bulkhead to retreat back to base, and he tells Bulkhead that he's gonna handle this conflict all by himself against Megatron, cause obviously he can't allow any more damage to be caused by the Decepticons. And I knew Optimus Prime was about to get in his bag like Kyrie Irving when he pulled out this line right here.
Megatron must be destroyed. That's why he's everything! That's why he's the GOAT!
So Optimus Prime enters the ship and immediately tells everyone what type of timing that he's on.
I've come here to give Megatron a spanking, and only for him alone.
Pause.
And then Optimus takes out his dual blasters, and this is where the real action really begins, because Prime starts catching bodies and sends 2 robots flying backwards. And I know as soon as everyone on the rest of the ship saw those 2 getting boomed, they left quicker than Usain Bolt at the 100-meter sprint. But hey, I don't blame them. I would run too if I saw an angry Optimus. Then Optimus calls out Megatron on the intercom and starts talking about,
I'm on your ship right now. Come here and face me and run my fade.
Like bro, come on, let's be real. This is the Optimus we were all waiting for to unleash. And hey, he might get out of control sometimes, we've seen that, but this is exactly the reason I watch Transformers for, moments like this. And before we get into the main event, I know some of you guys watching right now aren't subscribed, so if you guys can do me a small favor by hitting that subscribe button, that'll definitely brighten my day. And also, it's free to subscribe. I'm just putting that out there. So the scene kicks off with Megatron posed up near this volcano like he's the final boss, the last character you fight before beating the game. And look at Megatron's eyes. This man really came into this fight high off of that Dark Energon Za. I know he was fiending for his next dose, just look at him. And you know it was about to get real serious when Megatron himself told the entire ship that jumping is not allowed, just him and Optimus in a fair one-on-one isolation, no sneaking allowed at all. Then Optimus finally makes his entrance and walks out of the portal mad clean. Like I know I'm not the only one that was gassed when Prime pulled up on Megatron, because not only that, but they give us a Shakespeare level quote, the hardest one-liner since Avengers Infinity War. Not even Thanos can compete with this one.
One shall stand and one shall fall.
So the fight starts off with Optimus and Megatron skedaddling towards each other at full speed, getting ready to finally resolve their beef that's been going on for almost 2 decades. Like, this battle is literally the equivalent of Messi versus Ronaldo, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, Michael Jordan versus LeBron even, a legendary matchup that we will never forget. But anywho, Optimus and Megatron simultaneously swing at each other, exchanging brain damage like it's Adonis Creed versus Dane. And they smacked each other so hard that you could see fireworks coming from their heads. Like, I'm surprised Optimus's head didn't come off his body, cause look at how much larger Megatron's arm is compared to Optimus Prime's.
Oh, damn!
So Optimus Prime slides back from the impact and they get right to boxing, cause Optimus slaps Megatron's hand to the side, blocks his left arm, but Megatron counters by hitting Optimus with his weapon. And then he shoots his laser at Optimus, but he luckily avoids it, almost getting his face turned into straight scrap metal. Optimus and Megatron start shooting the air, missing each other completely. But then literally out of nowhere, this man Optimus pulls out a clean karate kick, but in response, Megatron hits this matrix dodge right in time. And then both of them proceed to blast each other point blank, getting sent a few meters backwards. And at this point, the fight is looking pretty even so far, but these boys are really going crazy right now, I'm not even gonna lie. So Megatron starts shooting cross-map lasers at Optimus Prime, but he easily deflects them with his blade and then proceeds to hit this Mario hop into the air. Like, bro, look at how far he just jumped into the air. Optimus is really trying to put Megatron onto a t-shirt. What kind of acrobatic Olympic move did I just witness? But I do have to give props to Megatron, cause bro just stood there fearlessly, staring Optimus down while a whole sword is aimed right at his head. But suddenly Megatron pulls out his blade and blocks Optimus Prime's blow and starts trash talking him like any other villain would.
What was it they wrote? The weak shall perish?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Optimus and Megatron clash blades, and then Optimus hits an easy weave into a strong slash, but that's a block by Megatron. And then Optimus swings at his head, but he barely dodges it. And then both of them cancel each other's attacks. And bro, peep how Optimus Prime is standing. He has no reason to be hitting this Captain America pose. You're not that guy, pal.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
And then the cameraman pans back to home base, and turns out Raph actually came back from the gulag alive and won his 1v1. Like, come on, that man Ratchet does not get enough credit for what he does. He was utilizing all of his brain capacity in order to pull off the operation. So we transition back to the fight where we see Optimus and Megatron spam the exact same move 2 times in a row. Like, bro, do you guys have any other moves in your arsenal? Cause y'all need to switch up the flow. I've seen that same generic sword swing like 80 times now. It's getting kind of old, don't you think? But this is where Megatron actually starts chefing up in the kitchen, cause he hits Optimus with a mean left hook into a powerful standing kick, making Optimus fly back to the other side of the battlefield. And you could tell that little sequence of attacks from Megatron pissed off Optimus quite a bit, cause he starts dashing at Megatron and then starts yelling like an animal. Alright, so Optimus Prime jumps off of this rock and rams straight into Megatron, setting himself up for a perfect finishing blow about to end Megatron's entire career. Optimus jumps off of the cliff and puts all of his brute force into this kick straight to Megatron's head, and I really wouldn't be surprised if Megatron has CTE right now, cause his head is getting done the worst way imaginable. And Megatron clearly had enough of Optimus Prime disrespecting him, so he tosses away Optimus like a pile of garbage, but then he sees that Megatron's face is completely cooked and he can't see properly. So Optimus takes full advantage of this opportunity and does not waste it, cause he rushes at Megatron and hits him with a Kendrick Lamar special. This man Optimus straight up starts cooking Megatron on a grill, cause he lands a few more fatal punches to the point where he's leaking dark energon. This man Megatron really chugged 10 gallons of precious dark energon for absolutely no reason. I would be mad too. So Optimus hits Megatron with a vicious Superman punch, laying out Megatron out like a doormat. And right as it seemed like Optimus Prime had the high ground, turns out he was at the bottom the entire time, cause Megatron stops Optimus Prime's blade with his eyes closed on some Michael Jordan type of timing. Like, if that is an aura right there, I don't know what is. And bro, isn't it crazy how these two used to be brothers but now they're ops all of a sudden? Man, I really can't believe that they used to be homies back in the day on planet Cybertron. That has to be a fairy tale or something. So pretty much the fight ends with Megatron taking a part of Optimus Prime's sword and stabbing him right in the shoulder with it, and then both of them exchange blows, only for Megatron to hit this insane uppercut, making Optimus hit this "I believe I can fly" pose. And Megatron gets his get back by stepping on on Optimus exactly how he did to him right before this. And yeah, this basically marks the end of season 1. And you guys let me know who won this battle down in the comments. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure to smash the subscribe button if you made it to the very end. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.